What's up, everybody? Welcome back to JT's Gaming Mayhem. I'm JT, obviously. I wanted to make this video just to do kind of like a recap of some video game, more importantly, Nintendo news, since the primary focus on my channel is Nintendo content and games that I play. I typically don't like to do news videos. We save that for Monday Night Mayhem, but I think there's a couple things that are very important to talk about. Those referring to new console bundles that just got announced, and of course, just some recap of the Duskbloods. Some more things that have seemed to like come out around like what went down last week and where the direction of that game is going to be going forward. And I wanted to hop on here to, of course, talk about that. So if you like what I do here, please make sure to hit that like, subscribe, all that fun YouTuber jazz, and help your boy out. I am trying to just get as many subscribers as possible so that way I can do more things on the channel, like giveaways, of course, and more live streams, because I kind of want to get back into doing that and playing games with a community that we build up over time. So help your boy out. Engage with the content. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you dislike. Tell me if your grandma liked it, whoever. All right, let's get into kind of like some things that have been going on. I am going to go over to VGC and share a little bit of information that has come out as of this morning. Nintendo relaunches Mario Kart World Nintendo Switch 2 bundle at a much higher price. So yeah, the Switch 2 is going to have a return to the Mario Kart World bundle. So if you missed out originally on the Mario Kart World bundle by, I think, January of this year or last holiday, January is still kind of a holiday. New Year's is in January. That's a holiday. So you have another chance to get it. It doesn't really say if these bundles are going to go away, but they are impacted by next week's price increase. So we all know that the Switch 2 is going to be rising its price from $449 to $499, right at that $500 mark on September 1st. And, oh, okay, well, oh, that's just a 90-day Nintendo Switch Online membership. So you get the Mario Kart World bundle for $549 now, and 90 days of Nintendo Switch Online. So about 3 months of that, which is the $20 tier if you do the year subscription of that. And it retails monthly for $7.99 for the 90 days. So the price increase when deducted from the cost is you're saving about 42 bucks. I think most people kind of get that, activate the online, and then just re-up right then and there. I do the GameCube expansion pack online membership. That's $50 a year. So if you break down the total cost, if you're a new consumer and you want all the bells and whistles, you want the Switch, you want Mario Kart World, you want the GameCube NSO expansion, you are paying 600 bucks. Not a bad value considering that you get online for a full year, and that online subscription does get you access to more than just GameCube. You get Game Boy Advance, N64, Game Boy, Sega Genesis, Virtual Boy if you want to go out and buy the cardboard or the plastic headpiece for that. Which I do think, I don't have the Virtual Boy. I think it'd be cool to get one of those eventually, but it's not a priority right now. I do think getting all that for under 600, obviously you want it under 500 because that was the original price of everything. But if you can say, yeah, let me just try out NSO for 90 days, see if that is something that I want to continue with, that is also a good value right there, saving 42 bucks because you save on the game. The game's normally 80, and then you also just get that 90 days. There's also this Switch, I almost called it Wii Sports. My brain was about to go there and I had to be like, no, it's Switch Sports. Switch Sports Resort Bundle. I'm really excited for that game. I was a massive fan of the Wii Sports games, the first and the Resorts version of that. That bundle is $529. So, Mario Kart being 80 and Switch Sports being 50, you are essentially just kind of like saving $20 on the game, $30 on Mario Kart. Which, yeah, we don't want to see price increases at all in this industry. It's kind of a sad thing to think about is 10 years ago, we were talking about price decreases every holiday season. And now every holiday season, we're talking about price increases on these consoles. I don't give financial advice. I'm not a financial expert, so don't come here for financial advice. But, if somebody's like, hey, I'm thinking about buying a console and the Switch looks nice, would that be one you recommend at this price, basically to get everything that I just stated? Most people are probably going to get the Mario Kart World Bundle because Mario Kart is the more popular franchise. I believe that Switch Sports bundle is probably going to fly off the store shelves as well. I think Nintendo's doing this because they know they don't have GTA this holiday. They do have Ocarina of Time, which I think that's going to be huge as well. I also think the Duskbloods is going to be pretty huge. But them knowing that we don't have the biggest game of the holiday season, we got to do something to kind of have people remember that we're still a priority in this industry as well. Because I do think we already see it. We've talked about GTA on the podcast the last 3 weeks, and not even like, man, I feel like we talk about it every week, to be completely honest. And you guys probably could go watch all 30 episodes of the current podcast and just be like, yo, you guys have talked about this for 30 weeks. It's insane. I feel like it does get brought up. I'm kind of excited for the day where we don't really have to keep talking about it like that. We can talk about other things. Because it's just, I like to talk about the games that I'm playing. I like to talk about like the things that I enjoy the most, like in gaming on my channel, which is why my channel is catered more positively. But at the same time, it's like GTA on the podcast is one of those things you got to talk about because somebody's going to see it and they're going to click on it, regardless of what it is. And I'm trying to get those views, love it or hate it. But I believe that's why Nintendo is being competitive with these bundles, because they're going to have big games this holiday and they still need to sell consoles. They are in the user acquisition phase of this generation right now. They're probably going to be in this phase. I mean, you're always in that phase where you want to acquire as many new users as possible. But next year, we know for certain that the new Pokemon Winds and Waves game is coming out, and I believe that's probably going to get a bundle as well. And I do believe Nintendo and the Pokemon Company both want as many Switch 2s to be in households so they can capitalize on that. That's going to be the whale of next year's Pokemon Winds and Waves. So I do believe that they're going to want as many people as possible to say, I need to play those Pokemon games. So that will be huge for them whenever those games decide to come out. Let's talk a little bit about the Duskbloods again, which is everybody's like new favorite game right now. Can't be mad at it. But more players applied for the Duskbloods closed network test than for Elden Ring Night Rain, despite Switch 2 exclusivity. The first closed network test was unplayable for most players before From Software ended it early. That was the one that took place like early morning. I made a joke on that on my last video where I called it the Dawnbloods because they tried to launch it like at 7 a.m. And people were ready. Like people were like, yo, like let's go. Like I want to see what this game's about. And then you try to like log in and it's like, yeah, we can't like get in. Like it's failing to find service for you. But later that evening, we all got in and everybody was playing it. Everybody seemed to be having a good time. If you come to my channel, you probably saw my video. Go watch it if you have it. And then a million other videos. Previews went up the day before, which I think got everybody super hyped because everybody's just like feeling like very positive about what they played right now. And I think that's a really like good thing because so many people were just kind of already turned off from the start, from the premise of what this game was going to be. And then that network test happened, the previews happened, and it just turned everything around completely. There was probably some people still very excited for it. I was on the optimistic, but very curious. It could go one or two ways for me. I could either really like this game or I could just be like, nah, this is not for me after playing the network test. And I'm still on the very curious side, but I had a ton of fun playing it. So I'm like really looking forward to seeing what else happens. Yeah, we do know that the first test was bogged down with issues from the start. So I believe that they're probably taking that to heart to get that ironed out before the official release, because it worked fine for the other 3 network tests that we were a part of. So I think by the time we get to this game, whenever it comes out, I'm guessing between October and December, I do think this game sneaks its way into 2026 and just becomes huge whenever it does. But I was thoroughly impressed by what I played, and I am really looking forward to playing more. So we're gonna talk about new haircuts in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4, and then obviously The Witcher is setting its sights on 2028. I don't think we have platforms announced for The Witcher yet, but I imagine it'll probably come to everything under the sun. CD Projekt Red seems to be very gung-ho about putting their games on Nintendo at this point. But that's all I got. I don't think there's anything else really worth covering right now. Gamescom is happening, and it will probably have happened by the time you guys watch this video. We'll cover that tomorrow. We're going to try to do more of these daily. Here's another take on YouTube for Nintendo video game news. If you like what I do, like I said, do all that fun YouTuber stuff. Help your boy out. And I will catch y'all in the next video. Stay safe. Tell somebody you love them. And peace.